This is Excalibur Heavy Battlecruiser, and I do apologize for not being able to upload a video for well over 2 weeks now. The problem was, my laptop's fans were pretty heavily damaged, and my laptop also had structural issues, like my laptop's hinge was also pretty busted up. And so I needed some time to repair those, hence why I couldn't upload. With that being said, I now have a new build to showcase. Now the problem with this build in particular is that it may actually be bugged. And even if it is not bugged, I can totally see this being balanced out and being nerfed. Now so far it's seeming pretty good. These early game waves are not that dangerous. The build in question is Architect Assault Drones. And of course, since I picked up Lance, I charge up my shields as well. Ah yes, it's our daily dose of fried beetle. Always gotta love a good old fried beetle. Okay. Since it has been over 2 weeks since I played, I may actually be much rustier than I think. So far I am destroying this guy. That definitely smells, I think. Like, I totally cannot imagine it smelling any good. Then again, this is space, so I question if you'll even be able to smell in space. Well then. Right up front we have drones. Next up we have anorexia. Actually getting a good list of mods. Next up is assault drones. And we'll take battalion because battalion pretty much gives us another weapon. And of course we're gonna take a look in construction. We're really focusing on making a drone right now. Now one thing I did forget to turn off was auto-deploy drones and allies. I want to be able to control it. Well then, now we have Fleet Commander, and this is the mod that really makes my drone swole. But if I'll be honest, this build's far from over. We'll also take Grace Protocol, just so that I can get advanced engineering. Now I am impressed by the drone's DPS right now, because it's nearly maxed out. I don't really care for any of these personally. The most I will be caring for is improved thrusters, and that's mainly because I want to get Tempest Break. Tempest Break's shield effect bonus is just too good to pass up. Next up, we're gonna take Magnitude. Because I really do need charged shields for this. Okay, do have to be kind of careful not to get hit by that shrapnel. Also, I did forget that I can now set it to Pursuit or Battalion if I wanted to. Really though, there is no point for me to have it in regular orbital formation. Well, this is weird. 2 singularities back to back. I seriously hope I don't encounter another one right after this. or else it's gonna be a singularity hat trick. Well then, we now have these guys. Well, what the heck is going on? We have yet another singularity, just a wave after the previous one. This is really cursed. At least we get advanced engineering, so my drone's DPS is gonna be pretty good. But what even is the spawning rate of singularities nowadays? I seriously hope a fourth singularity doesn't show up before Station Omega or Dreadnought, because that would just be absurd. What is going on? Is this singularity party? I swear I have probably run into some kind of cursed. Finally I get respite. Spawn in another drone. Oh yeah, I need E to summon it, not R. Okay, took some heavy hits there. Gotta retreat. Nice. You know what? I'm gonna let this guy loose. There we go. Next up, we're gonna take Shield Effect Radius. I do not want to see 4 more singularities before I fight Scion. Or else I'm gonna have a frickin' aneurysm. Well, at least I appreciate me having triple Evo niches. I guess after all of that singularity pain, I get something good out of it. Next up, we'll take Focus Shields because I need that for Charge Shields. Nice. My favorite song. We all know it. It's Recursor. Although I do wish it showed up later down the line. That's the one complaint I have about Recursor. It plays too early on in the game sometimes. As for these, I particularly don't really care about them, to be honest. I guess I'll take Rapid Fire, just for the sake of extra charging on my shield. Really though, my lance is just a secondary weapon at this point. Because this thing is doing most of the heavy lifting. A bit iffy about me getting shielded constructs right now. So I might actually get ally right now. It's particularly because I don't have regeneration or absorption. Well, at least now we have some more options, like regeneration. Spawn in another drone. This time I did need that additional firepower. Next up, we're gonna take flash shielding, and that allows us to get Tempest Break. I'll need to be a bit more careful than that. Okay. Let's take Incandescence, I guess. Or on second thought, there are probably more important mods that I can pick. Yeah, like Payload. I need that for Charge Shot. Ah, come on! It went out at the best part. But hey, at least Minima is not too bad a song as well. Oh god, okay. I'll need to focus down on this big guy. This guy really likes to circle around because I'm flanking him too much. Yeah, that is something that's noted down in the wiki. If you try to flank this guy too much, he will circle around and try to hit you. He doesn't do too much crash damage, but I'd still say avoid that. Okay, we got the big guns. And by big guns, I mean he's got a freaking army now. Let's get Charge Shot. Mobility time. Okay, I took a whole bunch of damage. Spawn in another drone. I'll have to focus down on the big warrior crabs. That's like the most vulnerable part of the Dweller boss fight. They have a lot of offense, and they are still pretty durable. But at least it's way better than trying to murk down all of his minions and the main boss himself. Because the main boss himself serves more like a tanky bullet sponge that occasionally rams you around. Well, that was actually pretty challenging, I won't lie. Oh, you look. It's a baby little juggernaut. I find these guys really cute for some reason. They're full-grown adult versions though, I am scared. Those guys can be really nasty at later waves. Well, look at what we have here now. Charged shield. Now my lance is gonna be more of a primary weapon again. Although I will say I kind of regret not getting power reserves. Because whenever I'm firing my lance, I am slow. Well, I'll just snipe away these guys. Don't particularly care for them. To just charge up my shields. Okay, in this case, I will need to charge up my shields. And maybe even get behind them. Okay, time to take this guy out. There we go. And look at that, we have Drone Specialist. And with that, I can now do a whole bunch more damage. Don't really care for these mods either, so you know what, I'm gonna re-roll that. Same here, honestly. I guess I'll take Burst Fire. Okay, gotta retreat. I cannot die by mere scatter drones. Oh look, these guys are trying to ambush me. Gotta do some minesweeping myself, huh? Okay, we now have these guys. Also, we got Tempest Break, so why not? Let's take that. I definitely need that survival mod more than the other ones, like Warpath. Okay. We gotta face down the big, punchy brute. Gotta retreat. This should be a cakewalk, because I do have a piercing weapon that can go through multiple layers of his armor. With that done, I can now take down this big old cargo train. Damn, that was juicy. Some long-range sniping, and we have some more upgrades we can do. Like, for instance, Radiant Shields. Go. Next up we have the giant myrmidons. Not really giant, but whatever. Well, we also have shielded construct. And this will now mean my drones can do way more damage. It's only a matter of time before this guy turns into like being single-handedly the most dangerous asset of my build. Don't really care for these things though. You know what, I'll take it Apex Machinery, however. Because that'll like buff up this guy's firepower even more. Uh-oh. We have a freaking juggernaut. Well, let's see how well this guy does against Seraph. He's already putting out a pain. That was real quick. It's surprising to see that a single drone can have this much firepower. And it's still not even at its full potential. At least I get Warpath. Right now I don't need a fully amped up drone to do this stuff. This is way too mundane for the drone. Nah, this is more like it. let me take Guardian just for the sake of nanotech dissemination. That bonus is just really good. In general, honestly. I will need to stay back and let this drone take care of most of the heavy lifting. Okay, another drone. Yeah. Now we get stabilization. I can now stir a stop myself. Also opens up power reserves, which I really need. And not to mention strafe, which is just great in general. Okay, I gotta be careful with this one though. That was impressive. Oh, gonna need some... Gonna need the drone to go wild. Don't really care for these upgrades. Or these. Or heck, even these. I really do need power reserves, don't I? At least weaponized shields isn't too bad. Drone. Destroy all of them. Nice! This is what I'm talking about. Several thousands of damage with just a single shot. Well then, there's nanotech dissemination. I will definitely need absorption now, because holy cruiser, shrapnel and stuff really isn't doing many favors for me. Well, let's take care of these ones. My Predator drone is coming along together just fine. And the best part is, I'm actually kind of fast now. Elite battalion now. Haha! Just the perfect target. more saucers equals to more cash cowing. Well, that caused a bunch of damage to me. Oh yeah, I need to back off. Time to let the drone go wild again. Don't really like these options again. Probably not. Also, don't think I want to take support specialist because it's probably gonna nerf my HP a lot. Instead, I'll look for absorption. Oh yeah, I don't even have hold strength. That probably explains why I'm kind of fragile. And everything else, I'm just gonna use Ataraxia stacks to buff up myself. Uh-oh. This one called for an enhanced version. Yup, this is what I'm talking about. 15k damage. Definitely needed to take down Seraph. This guy is on a rampage. He's on a roll. He wants to eliminate all. Aw, there goes the shield. Time to snipe away some Celestials. Oh. Well, we have pretty much all of the yellow mods, except for one super mod. This I don't really care for, to be honest. You know what, mighty charge it is. If I have levels to spare, I might as well spend it on something that's kinda cool. I'm really not gonna be investing much more. Okay, this is really sketchy. You know what, I need my ally now. It's a compromise in firepower, ironically enough, but what it lacks in firepower, it makes up for in healing myself. Well, not again. We gotta have another ally. This totally isn't good. Survive that with the skin of my teeth. Just blasted them apart. Ow! Need the drone again. Need the ally again, I mean. I'll definitely need the ally again. There's absorption. Thank you very much, ally. But now it's time for you to be replaced by my weaponized drones. Not gonna out barrage me, mate. Each single laser blast is just doing a crack ton of damage. And just like that, we are nearing 1,000,000. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Absolutely not happening. With that done, I can now re-roll around, and look at that, bravado. But I also need my Guardian again. This holy cruiser, I'm definitely not in a good shape. I'll just let it diffuse the situation. Literally. Let's go. Time to have drones again. That could have been really dangerous. And look at that, we have 2 swole enemies. Now there's 0. Because this build is OP as hell. I will be honest, I do think I will need evolution to make my ally spawn in those orbs faster. The medi charges, I mean. Retreat and go behind them. That could have backfired on very handily. This one doesn't require too much danger. I can just let this happen on my own accord. Well, let's scroll around. Let's get nanotech reconstruction. Ow! Drones again. Drones again. Well, this is what happens when I get too rusty. I get destroyed prematurely, and even though this build totally can get over 2 million, it unfortunately didn't make it as far as I wanted to. Nevertheless, I do doubt it will get over 3 million without the pilot being extremely good, because this is one of those shielded construct builds, and those kinds of builds are generally very vulnerable to burst damage, or getting one shot by bulwarks, if you're not careful at least. Having said that, my name is Excalibur Heavy Battlecruiser, and as always, may the forks be with you all.